I know you want to save money. Every month, you swear you'll finally save. But once the bills are paid and life kicks in, there's nothing left. You get to the end of the month and you ask yourself, where did my salary go? And this is a hard pill to swallow. But the reason saving is so hard is because you're retrying to save money using money habits that were never meant for saving. And if you continue doing what's not working, you'll continue getting what you have now. So today we unpack the hidden reasons why saving feels impossible and how to build a saving system that actually works. The biggest mistake most people make when it comes to saving is this. They save what's left after spending, but here's the truth. If you save what's left, there's nothing left. Most of us live paycheck to paycheck because we base our lifestyle around our take-home pay. And there's a problem with that, because think about it. Your expenses always expand to your income. The more you earn, the more you spend. Your salary increases. Your bills increase. Your credit card usage increases. Your allowance for fun stuff increases. And before you know it, your new salary gets spent and your old salary was saved. It's like having a friend who has an unlimited capacity to consume food. No matter how much you feed him, he will never get fat. That's what our lives are like when we save what's left after spending. We can always justify how we spend because we feel like we deserve it. So instead of looking at saving as an afterthought, flip it. Save first, then spend what's left. When you get paid, move money away from your checking account to your savings account. How much should you save? I recommend 10 to 20% of your salary. Set up an auto transfer or an auto investment to make sure that this money is put aside every single month. And here's a secret to saving more without even thinking about it. Save what you earn. If you save what you earn, you won't have to worry about tracking expenses, cutting back, or waiting until you have extra cash. Just direct deposit your paycheck into two different accounts. Your checking account, where you save nothing, and your savings account, where you save your whole paycheck. Yes, you heard that right. You can literally save your entire paycheck because you're re-automating the process and moving the money before you have a chance to spend it. But remember, you're gonna miss this money. It's gonna be out of sight, out of mind. So you might say, what if an emergency comes up? What if I need to pay for something unexpected? Well, guess what? Emergencies happen all the time. We need to buy something unexpected every time. And if we always succumb to those impulses, we'll always be broke. Emergencies aren't an excuse not to save. They're an argument for it. Saving gives you the financial space to deal with emergencies and the unexpected. So use the rest of your paycheck to fund your lifestyle, pay your bills, enjoy your hobbies, and buy the things you love with the money in your checking account. Trust me, it will still be enough. Now, if you can't commit to saving a big amount, try micro savings. In the book, A Little Book of Common Sense Investing, John Bogle shares a story about a man who saved $6,000 in 20 years by putting away $3 a month. Yes, you heard that right. $3 a month. In today's money, that's $30 a month, or $360 a year. The power of compounding interest allowed his investment to grow to over $6,000. But he wouldn't have been able to do this if he didn't make it a habit. He started with just $3 a month, but he made it a habit. Now let's look at this another way. Let's assume you can afford to save an extra $100 each month. If you invest that money at an average annual return of 8%, which is the historical stock market return, that $100 can grow to almost $2,000 over 20 years. And that's just from an extra $100 a month. Now, I know it can be tough to find an extra $100, but maybe you can cut back on some non-essential expenses or pick up a side hustle. Maybe you can sell your unwanted items online or take on some freelance work. Whatever you do, just make it a habit. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but consistency is key. Saving is just one piece of the puzzle. You also need to consider your debt, your assets, your income, and your expenses. Here's the thing. Your financial situation is a reflection of your financial habits. If you want to change your financial situation, you need to change your habits. And it all starts with building better money habits. So let us talk about the second mistake most people make when it comes to saving. They do understand the power of small changes. Small changes lead to big results. It's the compound effect in action. Now, you may not notice it at first, but over time, these small changes add up and can have a significant impact on your financial situation. For example, imagine that you save an extra $20 each month. It doesn't seem like a lot, right? Now imagine that you decide to level up and save an extra $50 each month. And here's the best part. You don't have to wait until you're rich to retire. With consistent saving and investing, you can retire whenever you want. And the earlier you start, the less you have to save. Let's say you want to retire at 40 and have $1 million. You would have to save around $15,000 a year, or $1,250 a month. That's doable. But what if you want to retire at 30? Then you'll have to save around $54,000 a year, or $4,500 a month. That's 5 times more. But what if you start at 20? Then you only have to save around $17,000 a year, or $1,400 a month. That's 4 times less than at 30. So the earlier you start, the less you have to save. The time value of money is real. It allows your money to grow exponentially over time. The longer you wait to start saving, the more you'll have to save later on. So start now. Even if you can only save $20 or $50 a month, it's better than nothing. When it comes to saving, many of us fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. We see our friends buying new cars and living in big houses, and we think that we need to do the same. But that's not the right way to think about it. Everyone's financial situation is different. What works for one person may not work for another. Don't compare your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. Focus on your own journey and be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was your financial stability. Now, I know saving money isn't the most exciting thing to talk about, but it's one of the most important, and if you want to learn more about how to save money, check out this playlist right here. I promise you'll walk away with some actionable tips that you can use to start saving today. Plus, I've got a free guide for you. Click the link in the description and grab a copy of our Saving Blueprint. It's a step-by-step guide that will help you set up a system that works for you. So don't wait. Start today and build a future that you're excited about.